Right guys, on Face Gaming, back again with another GTA Online glitch video. Now in this one today I'm going to be showing you how to get vehicles, aircraft and the Khanjali tank or whatever you want basically stored inside the special vehicle warehouse. Now if you don't already know, the advantages of having a vehicle inside the vehicle warehouse is you can call it out from your interaction menu at any time. It will spawn right next to you, even aircraft. They'll just spawn right next to you on the map wherever you are, and there's no cooldown. So you can literally blow your helicopter up, blow your airplane up, blow your tank up. You can spawn another one right next to you instantly. There is no cooldown. So you're not waiting for the mechanic or anything daft like that. So in this video, like I say, I am going to be showing you how to do it. I am going to be doing the Khanjali tank in this video, but all of this is applicable to aircraft or whatever else you would like to store in there. So, without further ado, let's crack on with the glitch. Now, to do this, you are going to need a friend, and you are both going to need to have the same facility. So, what you need to do is get your friend to call out his MOC and bring it over and park it right next to your facility. And the next thing he needs to do is he needs to call out a car that is stored inside his facility. So, he's just going to call up his mechanic now. Get a car delivered that is stored inside his facility. So once the car turns up, he's going to pull over there to the back of his MOC, and then we are good to start the glitch. Now, you need to call out the vehicle that you are going to be storing in the vehicle warehouse. So at this point, if you're doing a plane, you would request your plane. I'm going to get on the phone to the mechanic and I'm going to call out the Khanjali tank from my facility. As I say, you can call out the aircraft. You don't even need to get in it. You don't need to fly it or anything like that. As long as it's out on the map, it will work. So what we're going to do is we're going to call out the Khanjali tank, and once that is out on the map, we are good to go. So as you can see, it's arrived. I'm just going to cause a bit of destruction, but basically I'm just going to leave it out on the map and I'm going to walk inside my facility. Now this part is important because whatever you've got out on the map, you do risk losing if you don't follow the instructions properly. And so I would pay close attention to this one. Anyway guys, once you get inside your facility, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to bring up your interaction menu, go to facility management and invite your friend who's sat outside with the MOC. Now once you send him an invite, he's going to bring it up on his phone. So I'll just do this one from the other side. He's going to bring it up on his phone and he's going to quickly accept the alert. And as soon as the screen goes black, he's going to spam right D-pad and accept the vehicle storage full alert. And he will get this weird glitched out facility. So there you go. As you can see in this one now, his tank will appear in my tank slot when the facilities merge together. There you go. Because my tank's out on the map, obviously his tank fills the slot. That means that facilities are merged. So at this point, we're good to go. You're going to make your way up to any car. It doesn't matter. A two-door car is better. And your friend at this point is invisible. So what you're going to tell your friend to do is get in your passenger seat. Now he's in there, in your passenger seat. He will be able to jump out of the car, jump back in, and it should allow him to drive your car around in your facility. So once your friend is in the driver's seat, he's just going to drive that down the ramp. And he's going to park it up down the bottom so that you can teleport into it. If you're not sure what I mean by that, then I'll show you now. So he's going to park it in between these two railings down the bottom. And he can test it himself. He can just keep teleporting in and out of the car until he gets it right in the right position. Once it's in the right position, he needs to be sat in the car and it should let you teleport into the vehicle. Now, once you've teleported into the car, he needs to then leave the car. So once he leaves the car, you'll notice that you shift over to the driver's seat. Now the idea of it is to block both doors up so that you can't open them. Obviously that is too far forward because he's opened the door, so he's just going to get back in, he's going to move it for me. As you can see, I was in the passenger seat then. That's exactly what we're looking for, but not just yet. So once he's in the right position and he's teleporting in and out of the car, he's going to tell us, he's going to say, right, yeah, it's in the right position. I'm sat in the car, ready and waiting for you. So that's the point then when you're going to press Y to get in the car. So as you can see here, he's just said to me, yeah, I'm teleporting in and out. I'm going to press Y and I'm going to end up in the passenger seat of the car. As you can see there, teleporting in and out. Now at this point, he needs to get out. So you tell your friend, right, get out now, that's it. You'll shift over to the driver's seat, and that is you now. You now have control of this car again. So you're just going to press Y a few times, make sure you can teleport in and out. Run over to the yellow circle, and just make sure you can teleport into the car from all the way over here. So you're just going to press Y, and bam, it should just put you straight in the car like that. That's exactly what we're after. So now you need to go into the yellow circle, and you're going to press A to exit facility and Y at the same time so that you exit the facility and pop over into the car. You'll notice it flicker as you're exiting the facility. That's good. Now, when you leave the facility, you'll be in the car, and you'll notice the plate of the car actually change as you get outside. So this car is now the Khanjali tank. So what we're going to go and do is we're going to go and store this in another garage. Now, if you're doing it with aircraft, you don't need to drive all the way down to another garage. You can just literally turn around, drive back into the facility, and the aircraft will be in the facility. I'm going to show you how that part works when I'm doing the special vehicle in a minute. But if you're using the Khanjali, if you drive it back in, it'll just glitch out and go back into its normal spot, which is not what we're after. So in this particular case, we are going to drive it all the way down to Eclipse Towers. I'm going to just fast forward this journey because obviously you don't just want to watch me driving. So once we arrive at Eclipse Towers, this does work a bit easier if you've got a space in your garage, but it's not an issue if you don't. All it'll do is put whatever vehicle you're replacing, it'll go into the tank slot, and it can cause issues if you put a normal vehicle in the tank slot. If you want something different in the tank slot, then yeah, that's the way to do it. But in this case, this is the way we're doing it. I drove it into an empty slot in this garage. Now, this is the Khanjali tank. It might still look like an elegy. That's because we've still got the facilities merged together, so they don't show up. So if I go to the blue circle, you will see in the list we have actually got the Khanjali stored inside here. But like I say, it does look like an elegy for now because we've got the facilities merged together. Once we've got the facilities unmerged, you'll notice you can actually see the tank in here. It's not like a lot of the other special vehicles where it's invisible. You can actually see the tank with this one. So next thing you're going to do is you're going to make your way back up to the facility. And once you're up at the facility, you're going to bring up your interaction menu, go down to vehicles, and call out whatever special vehicle you want to replace. So in this case, I'm going to be using the Blazer Aqua. So I'm just going to request it from the interaction menu and wait for it to turn up. Now, once it turns up, you don't need to drive it. It's the same script with this. Like I say, if you're doing the aircraft, if you're doing any vehicle you want, you do it the same way. As long as it's out on the map, the car will replace it, and you'll be able to drive it around. So once the Blazer Aqua's out on the map anyway, or whatever special vehicle you're using, you're just going to walk back inside your facility. And you might have to get glitched out again. You just need to have a check to see if your friend's tank's in here, see if the facilities are still merged. In this case, they weren't. It can be a bit hit and miss, this new merge glitch, but all I'm going to do is send him an invite to facility again. He's just going to go back out and do the glitch again, just to make sure he gets merged. Once he's merged, you're just going to do the same thing again. You're going to make your way up to an LG Retro Custom, or whatever car. It does not matter what car you're using. Like I say, any two-door car will do. If you start using four-door cars, it makes it a lot harder to block all the doors up and stuff. So I do recommend a two-door car. That's why we're using an LG Retro Custom. So you're going to do the same thing again anyway. You're going to get in the driver's seat. You wait for your invisible friend to get in the passenger seat. And as soon as he's in the passenger seat, you're going to hop out the car. And he's going to jump out as well. But he should then be able to jump in the driver's seat. And he should be able to drive inside your facility. So as you can see here, he's just jumped in. I saw the car wobble, so I know he's jumped in. He's just going to go down. We're just going to block the doors up, same as we did last time. Once he's happy, he's got it in the right position, he can teleport in and out. He's going to say, yeah, we're good to go. You're going to jump in the passenger seat. He's going to jump out, and you should shift over to the driver's seat. Now we're going to do the same again. We're going to try and teleport all the way from the yellow circle. So I'm just checking I can actually teleport in the car. Now you're going to stand in the yellow circle. I'm going to do the same again. We're going to hit A to exit facility, and then Y either at the same time or just straight after A. And you see it flick into the car just as you're leaving the facility. So once you get outside, the same thing's going to happen to this. You're actually going to take the number plate off the Blazer Aqua and it's going to appear on the LG Retro, as you saw there. So what you need to do now is just drive this straight back inside the facility. So once you drive this inside the facility, you will get the facility full alert. You're just going to accept it. And whatever car you replace this with is going to be the car that gets sent to the special vehicle warehouse. So if you're doing this to get an LG Retro Custom or something like that inside the special vehicle warehouse, then at this point you are going to choose the LG Retro Custom to replace it. But in our case, it does not really matter what car goes into the vehicle warehouse because we're going to be filling that space with the tank. So what we're actually going to do is use an LG Retro Custom just for the sake of it because I've got two of them in here. But yeah, I'm just going to select this LG Retro and nothing should happen. Chances are it won't actually change into the Blazer Aqua or the special vehicle that you're using. If you can see, I'm just going to run the ramp. You will see it is not a Blazer Aqua. It still looks like an LG Retro Custom. That's because the facilities are still merged. It's the same with the tank in the garage. It will not show up unless the facilities are unmerged. So what we're actually going to do now is unmerge the facilities. Now to do that, all you do is walk outside your facility using the yellow circle. And you also need to tell your friend to exit the facility as well. So once he's exited the facility, you can walk back inside and you will notice that the Blazer Aqua will be sat there. Now at this point, we've got a Blazer Aqua inside the facility, we've got an LG Retro Custom inside the special vehicle warehouse, and we've got the Khanjali tank inside our garage. So what we need to do now is swap the LG Retro Custom from the special vehicle warehouse with the tank that is in the garage. Now, I'm down at the garage. What I'm going to do is bring up the interaction menu and I'm going to request the special vehicle. So now that we're over here, I've requested the special vehicle. It's shown up. It is an LG Retro Custom, as we know. Now, we do need to make sure that the garage that we're driving it into is full. So at this point, I'm just going to go on Legendary Motorsport and order an LG RH8 just to double check. It is Eclipse Penthouse Swan, so it is a full garage. So I'm just going to back out of that. Now I know that it's full and we can just drive this vehicle straight in. If it's not full, you will lose the slot from the special vehicle warehouse, and obviously we don't want that. So once you accept the garage full alert, you're going to wait till you load into the garage, and obviously the one that you're going to replace is the Khanjali tank, and you'll notice now it does actually show up inside your garage. So once you select the Khanjali, the Retro from the warehouse will appear in here, and your Khanjali is inside your special vehicle warehouse. Now just to double check that it's worked, we're just going to walk outside. I'm going to bring up the interaction menu. I'm going to request the Blazer Aqua. Now we are expecting the Khanjali tank to show up because that is now in the Blazer Aqua spot in the vehicle warehouse. So if you look on the map, you will all of a sudden see right next to you, a Khanjali tank has appeared. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much it for this video. Obviously, you can do it exactly the same method for aircraft. Like I say, aircraft, you don't need to drive to a garage all the way down in the city. You can actually just store them inside the facility. It makes it a lot quicker. But for the Khanjali and the Chernobog or whatever else you want in the special vehicle warehouse, you do have to have them stored in a separate garage. So that's all for this video anyway. I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew how to get the Khanjali in there because it is one of the most requested things. I mean, it's difficult to explain in a bit of text in a YouTube comment or anything like that. So I thought I'd do a full video just showing you the Khanjali in the special vehicle warehouse. But like I say, you can use this for any vehicle you want to be stored in there. So if you like the video, remember to stick a like on it. And if you haven't subscribed already, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.